Welcome back to Crossroads. You may remember that a few weeks ago we told you about a group of young professional women and teenagers who were about to embark upon a trip to Africa and the Netherlands with the hopes of expanding the horizons of those young girls, many of whom had never traveled overseas before. Well, they are back and ready to tell us all about it, so we couldn't be more excited today. Our guests are Dawn Harrison, Director of Programs at Women Empowering Nations, and Andrea Bob, who now has her first international travel experience under her belt, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, welcome to both of you guys.
Thank you for having us
Oh,
again.
our pleasure, our pleasure. We were so excited to hear about your trip. And I'm going to start with you, Andrea. This was your first big trip. How was it?
It was amazing. I met new girls. I was the only girl from Houston, so I liked the fact that I met new friends. And I like meeting the girls in Africa.
And you met girls in Tanzania, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you find out about what makes you different and what makes you the same?
What makes us the same, we were all around the same age, so we could compare to some of the issues that we have. And what's different, they were really nice. Like, as soon as we got there, they hugged us. They said thank you for having us. But if you were out here and somebody was that nice, you would think something was wrong with them.
Touche. That is absolutely true. And Dawn, as you hear her talking about her trip, how does that make you feel?
Excited. You know, it is just an honor. We've been doing this now for 7 years, and just to see our mission and our vision come true, to expose these ladies and really transform their expectations and watch them transform as leaders and build friendships beyond borders, and they like meshed so quickly. It was amazing, and it's why we do this.
And talk a little bit about the program, and you've indicated some of the things you want to do, but why was this started? And it was so important to you to expose them to not only girls from around the country, but girls around the world.
So we started this, you know, as something that reflects ourselves and our inner self-esteem, and just in imagining what kind of leaders we would have become, or, you know, that we already are, had we had these exposures earlier in life. And we took them through days of a leadership conference, and they were exposed to some of our global issues we have, from gender equality to wealth distribution. And then we explored their inner selves, because we believe if you want to be a good leader, you have to know who you are so that you can lead. And then we paired them up with mentors from the United States, and they had the chance to ask questions, understand the pitfalls of leaderships, and things that they'll encounter in the future, and really figure out what kind of leader they are so that people will listen and that they can transform and be a change. And that's exactly what we wanted.
No, well, it's amazing. And Andrea, I don't know if you had been out of Texas before, had you?
I have.
Okay, but this was the first time outside of the country, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How does travel make you different, do you think?
I think travel makes me different because we hear things about what goes on out of the country, but actually seeing it is really different.
What was your favorite part of the trip?
Meeting the girl that I went to school with, and then she was at the orphanage too, so we got to spend a lot of time together.
Is it something you would recommend to your friends?
Yes, ma'am. I've already told them about it, and I've already recommended them to go to the next trip.
Yeah, and I bet some of them were really jealous to hear about your great trip, weren't they?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Now, tell me a bit about the foundation that works with the girls in Tanzania.
So the Janet L. Batchelor Foundation for Children, they house an orphanage and a school on their campus, and the girls, it's actually one of the top schools in Mwanza, Tanzania. They have one of the only libraries within the city itself, and just a really great school and orphanage.
All right, well, I want to tell other people about how to get in touch with you, because there may be girls who, like Andrea, would love to be a part. It's called Women Empowering Nations, and you can go to the website there, which is WENations, or WENations.org, and find out more information. And I know you're always looking for other future leaders out there.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome back to town, and so glad you had a great trip.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you for being back here again. And that is our Crossroads show for today. We want to thank you for joining us as well. I'm Melanie Lawson. Have a great day and a great week. These are my phone.
No. First, before we get into that, let me